Could you tell us more about your portrayal of the character Sultan Suleiman? How difficult was it for you to show the real image of this powerful man who was able to rule the East and the West, yet at the same time he's a human being, he's vulnerable, and he was controlled by love and passion? Oh, woman.
It was so difficult at the beginning, because we didn't have any example. Like, we had old examples that have been done in TV and cinema, but we wanted to do it in a better way, in a different way. We wanted to see Suleiman as a human being with all the power, and in our history books in Turkey, you see all the wars and all the contracts in between countries and the kings and the emperors, and what happened, how it happened, but we don't know how they act, how they move, how did they say, how they salam to each other. So we felt like we had to create a language for them. That's not a language we talk. We thought that we had to find a way. So it was not easy, because we were reading all those historical things, but we were not reading, I mean, it hasn't been written anywhere about the character of Suleiman. We have something else. He's an jewellerist. He makes jewels in his hand, so he's an artist. He writes poems, and he's an emperor, and he made the widest borders of Ottoman Empire, so he's a warrior at the same time. But it's not easy to imagine a person who is the biggest and who has the power over all the things in the world. And everybody is a slave around him, including his best friend, his lover, his love, and even in a place his mother can be a slave for him if he wants.
How do you see women in that era and during the Ottoman reign? I asked all the female actresses, and they specified the importance of females, the powerful women in the palace. Though they were, you know, if you come to think about it, they're not free. They cannot do whatever they want to do, and it's a completely different era that they used to live in. How powerful do you see these women? Like starting from the Sultana to the mother of the future heir to the throne, to Hurrem.
That's a natural law. Men create the power. Men create the reign. And men fight very much for that. Okay. They sweat. And they nearly die for the power and all those success and everything. And women fight for men. Yeah. If they have the men, if they have the power and reign.
Well, so the men work for it.
This is the rule of nature.
Yes.
That's how it goes. It's the same in palace, and it's the same in Ottoman Empire.
Το ρόλο που τον έκανε διάσημο στην Ελλάδα. Όλες οι κυρίες πια δείχνουν να έχουν μια φοβερή αδυναμία στον Onur, του είπα.
Yeah, people like Onur. Women like Onur, actually.
Onur is not you, it's another person.
It's another person, okay. Yes. We have similarities, but he's another personality. So, but the thing is, I think, it's an international, timeless and timeless love story. So, all women, now I know, like to have a man like Onur, you know? So, she makes all these, she creates all these problems, and there are plenty of problems in her life, and Onur always wants to solve it, and Onur persists on his love, and
that's
goes
very
for
important.
It. That's very important.
Very important.
Because, you know, in these days, people are changing their minds like in seconds, you know?
Right.
So it's
So
it's a unique love. It's a good love story.
Right, but it's also the morality of it. Do you believe that? I mean, this show is really representing the Turkey of today, also.
Yeah, the part of Turkey. I have
part of Turkey.
Yes, because you know, Turkey is a big country, and we have different sides, and we have different cultures in our country, even different languages. So, and people are different. So this is a rich but honest people's perspective. If we talk about Onur, and the people who are working with them, like Shehrazad and Bennu, and their family, traditional families, and the traditions coming from the old Turkey, good and nice, and traditions we trust, are coming from older people, and this is the mixture. So this is a dream. Everybody would like to have their family together, to have their culture, and also live modern life.
Περιμέναμε αντιδράσεις, αλλά όχι αυτής της έντασης, απάντησε ο κύριος Εργέντς.
Yeah, you know, and all these reactions were before the first episode.
Oh.
It was before that. Nobody knew what we were planning to show. So they thought that we would do something indecent.
Okay.
For their mind, you know. And it calmed down after the first and second episode.
Okay.
So it was a prejudice.
Did you have to change anything in the story after that?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing. We were going through what we were planned before.
Do you think that these people minded the fact that you were showing the human face of Suleyman, or the fact that there were some scenes that they found indecent, that they thought would be indecent?
These big historical characters has an image in each person's mind in a different way. So you create that person for yourself, and everybody has their own Suleyman, let's say. And it is about what they read when they were in primary and middle school in the book. So it's all about history. When you have something about history in your mind, you complete the blanks by yourself and your imagination.
By fiction, let's say.
By fiction, yes. But we have good advisors about history. So we are working on it more than people who are examining this.
Explaining, of course, that this is a fiction and not a documentary, because this is what it's all about.
But you know, the skeleton of this TV serial is real. So we stick on history's truth. You know? Also, there is another point: people are judging that century with this century's mind. That's the problem. The understanding, the life, social life, and everything was different then.
So maybe some people are more conservative now than they were at this time.
Exactly.
But there's also an interest in Ottoman times now that didn't seem to exist a few decades, a few years ago.
This is a good thing. People started to read books, and books are selling more than before. And also Topkapı Saray's visitors
increased,
yes,
among the
like
Turks.
150%.
Okay.
And these are our local people, not international people.
Right.
So this is something good. People who don't know their history cannot create their future. That's a saying, you know, that's an old saying. And that's true. So people, when you look at the forums, the pages in internet, they are mostly talking about the history, not about the TV serial. What happened, how it happened, and what they read and what they think. So this is a good thing.
Akdeniz Osmanlı Gölü haline gelecek. Hiç kimse bizden habersiz yelken basamayacak, bayrak açamayacak. Rüzgarları, fırtınaları, şimşekleri biz olacağız.
This show is chosen with my senses, and I like it very much.